Crew, on my way back. I'm Aaron.
I'm Calvin.
Rick.
I'm Eric.
And we are back with the Expanse. Previously on the Expanse.
Our crew's broken up again.
Can't read my notes.
We're fixing a ship.
They're stealing the Mormon ship, and they're going to run it into...
That's a thought.
That's what they're going to do
You
in the
say
booth.
they. I don't know if everyone's planning it,
That
but
The
is
Mormons
More than
are-
one.
there's
They.
some plans going on.
Yes. I
at least
approve
Miller
this
is.
decision.
Whether
Yeah.
Fred agrees with him or not,
Yep.
Yeah, we don't know what Fred's thoughts are yet.
because it's a contract. He's got to build this thing.
They could
It's got to be
just-
on time. Whether he wrecks the one that he's building now and has to really ramp up production of the next one.
I mean, it makes sense. Like, they need to test the airbags.
That's not.
I like this little. Ah! I like the little hut.
Must have been one hell of a fight.
Tell the Villa to push that wreck into the nearest UN and petrol route.
Oh.
Have you want it to be discovered?
Yes. Because then it won't be a secret anymore.
And you can talk about it openly and figure out what's going on.
And don't have to have the Fred Johnson connection.
Yeah.
Even if you mind the docks, if someone wants him badly enough, they'll find a way.
That's why we're gonna use that. Knock Eros right into the sun.
In the
sun.
Hey.
You're insane. And you might be too for listening to this lunatic.
Well, I guess we could just broadcast everything we know. We need a gunship to deliver the bombs. It's gonna provide cover in case we run into the house.
Resonante.
It's the right thing to do.
I believe him.
Stars are better off without us.
Don't infect other systems
Yeah.
with humanity.
It's like anti-spiral.
The Mormons are going to be pissed.
Yeah, they are.
It's insured.
Is it? Is it, Rick? How much?
They're Mormons. Of course it's insured. All right, everyone's in? There was resistance. I thought there would be more resistance, but it's a good plan. Except for the Mormons.
See, now everyone's in.
They'll forgive them. They're
Will they?
Mormons, yeah.
What do you mean? What's all this? They're
I don't
Mormon.
think
Book
you
of
can
Mormon.
always use the excuse they're Mormons to solve all of your
You
conundrums.
can. I did it last night.
What were we doing last night?
I was eating lasagna. Here's the whole thing.
And that all of Protogen's corporate assets have been frozen, pending a full investigation of the company's ties to OPA terrorist activity.
Get me Aaron right.
Stocks dropping.
With such a small project, my team would only be notified if the company exceeded its budget allotment.
So these rogue employees managed to make a profit and a war without even going over budget. Good, maybe we should get these people on our payroll. We're being polite, Monsieur Mao. But the deputy secretary and I are trying to stop a war. The fact is, these stealth ships...
Backing them both into a corner is great.
Under US watch.
I'm sure Monsieur Mao will personally see that Protogen helps the UN investigation with complete transparency before any more tragedy occurs.
Of course, Deputy Secretary. I only want what's in the best interest of the system.
Good.
She's putting them both in a position where they have to play against each other in public.
You don't want a big radiation leak out on your trip to the big unknown, do you?
So then why are all our comms shut off? Why can't we send messages back to Earth, tell the administration what's been going on?
I don't know. The system must be down or something. I'm sure they'll get it all back and running in the next couple of hours. You know, maybe sooner.
You know what? I don't believe you. Why are you lying to us?
For your own safety, sit the fuck back down.
We crush ass to dust.
We crush ass to dust.
Diogo.
Wonder, like, how much the ship will survive. Like, is this a suicide mission?
I don't know.
I don't know, Rick. It's hitting an asteroid. How big is this asteroid?
Eros?
This rock.
I mean, the one kid can just catch it in a net, right?
No. It's huge.
What's this?
Boosters.
Yeah, I think there's a little tugboats.
Whoa, that's so cool.
Huh. Get it out of the way so that they can
Out
launch
of
it.
set or orbit.
Stuff like that, there's real, plans to be able to move asteroids out of Earth's path.
This is either going to work and do really well, or it's going to fail and and the thing's gonna absorb all the power of this spaceship. You know? Yeah. Like, those are two things that are gonna happen.
I like this plan.
Are ready for full power up.
Blowing stuff up.
Holy shit.
Now
It's
I
funny,
just
like,
need the Nabu to get inside of a bigger Nabu.
It's funny, like, I watch Star Wars all the time, but this still feels pretty awe-inspiring seeing how big this thing is.
Yeah.
Well, and like how it has like a legitimate science behind it too.
Yeah. Look at the lighting on that.
Yeah, well, look at how hot it made it.
Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Bombs away. Always wanted to say that.
Thank you, legitimately just love this plan.
All right, everybody ready?
Oh man, there's so many guys that can die.
Yeah.
He never dies. He lives forever. Right.
I think you might have a little PTSD from getting stuck out there.
I think he loved it. He said it was like an orgasm, like
He said it
sex.
was better than sex.
He's probably had to like, ah, for like 3 days.
3 days.
Can you keep up with me?
It's like skydiving. Coming in hot,
Coming
man.
in hot.
How
Oh
they're
man, you're flying, dude.
Controlling it.
You would splat at that speed.
They'll slow down, right? Kinda.
He's going into the wall.
That sucks.
No, it's
What?
His
No!
detonator.
I still say you ain't never been late, kid. Yeah, whatever. Be my first.
You be my first.
Oh gosh, that would be scary. See that thing hurtling towards you?
3 hours.
Yeah, it'd be scary when it gets closer though.
Yeah. it'd
Like,
be
oh
very-
damn, we're out of time, we're out of time. You jump. What do you do?
You just leave.
A hot spot on the surface.
Copy that. Hold in position.
Big arm, come out.
Right? It's gonna
Grab
grab
him.
that explosive and take it inside, deactivate it.
It's a ship.
Looks like we got some tourists.
It's probably pirates looking to rip and run.
I'm gonna fire up a drone, get some eyes down there, see what's what.
Get closer in case it takes off. You don't want something getting off this thing.
Quarantine. Whoa, what the fuck?
Drone's not responding.
Target lock the ship.
Done.
Can't let it go anywhere.
We can't just shoot it.
Nobody's shooting anybody. Amos, suit up.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna
you just
shoot
told-
somebody.
Who are you and what are you doing here?
I'm a doctor on a humanitarian mission to give aid to the survivors of Eros.
Do not attempt to move your ship and prepare to be boarded. You're safe.
So we're letting them go.
What else can we do? We're not telling them the truth.
As long as they haven't gotten in.
The sooner they're out of here, the better.
Doctors without borders.
Space borders.
So, doctors without space borders?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Space doctors without space borders.
Maybe go back to Ceres. Start selling black market water. Here, there's an opening. Come on. Let's move.
One more bomb. In a hurry. But they have like an hour?
Yeah, they've got like 52 minutes.
Understood, Rocinante. Thank you. We'll get underway as soon as possible.
They didn't go on board though?
They didn't want to waste time.
I'm just worried that they lied.
That they got in somehow.
Like, what if they got something?
This is all for naught. What you doing, Miller?
Oh, Miller, what are you doing?
That door looks like it's been messed with.
It does. Light coming through.
Like I said, what if those people lied? Is it the guy we just saw talking?
It's the thing!
This guy. He's got pearl molecule all over him.
Is there a ship name on his vac suit?
Oh, don't be the Marston Malala. Yep.
Yeah.
Mamarsimus.
They just lit up their drive.
I am not your enemy.
We're out of time. If they get the asteroid between our ships, we'll lose our jamming signal and they will be able to broadcast everything they saw inside Eros.
Alex gonna miss it.
You gonna do it?
You got
Launch.
30 seconds.
I would say launch it, right?
Kill those
Like,
doctors?
what if they're infected? Well, maybe they're not doctors. I don't know what they're doing.
Maybe they're not infected.
They already lied. How do I know any of it's true?
Yeah.
So kill him?
Yep.
Miller!
10 seconds.
Oh man, Holden.
Who's gonna come investigate though? It's gonna be in the sun, right?
Yeah, no one's gonna know.
And that's the plan.
And they're on our way.
Miller, you've got high-speed debris incoming.
Shit.
Get to cover immediately.
Get to cover now.
Oh man.
Get out!
Like this, go right here.
Cover behind the bomb.
Hide behind a bomb.
That's all he can do.
Gosh.
Hey, thanks for all your help, kid.
Shit. What's wrong with him?
Kid?
He got stabbed, didn't he?
Pump off. Can't you turn it off? No.
What, you gotta hold it or it blows up?
60-second reset. Best we can do. Jesus. God damn it.
So it's 60 seconds after you stop pressing
After
it?
you let go of it.
Let it go before I change my mind and hand this thing back to you.
This is the exact reason why I carry a stylus in my pocket. Just tape the stylus to it.
For this reason?
Yes! What if there's a bomb on a cell phone?
Go and get laid, will ya? Damn, man.
What if you just toss that bomb off? Not worry about that bomb.
You need that bomb.
One bomb out of the 6 that they placed?
Ain't that fitting?
Jesus.
Fuck.
He's on the side that gets hit.
Oh, fuck. He just moved out of the way.
What happened?
Oh,
The station just moved.
Station moved. That's what it was building.
The station moved.
What the hell just happened? The novel just messed.
The asteroid, look.
Yeah.
Look at the trajectory of the asteroid.
The Nauvoo didn't move.
Eros did.
Ah!
How did all of Eros just...
They're building something. They're just swimming. There's big hands out there going.
They didn't see that? They didn't see little hands?
It wouldn't matter. You can't swim in space.
Well, with magic alien hands, maybe you can. I don't know.
I mean, it must have.
I mean, they didn't see. Well, they said there were a bunch of like heat signatures on the planet, right? Just none
inside
around
of it, yeah.
So it could have some sort of propulsion.
I mean, it has to propel itself to be able to spin. Like they made it so that it spins, right?
Well, yeah, but that could have been. That might not be propelled. It might not be propelled from Eros. It might have been something that they set in motion initially for the spin, right?
I mean, all heavenly bodies naturally spin at some kind of rate.
Yeah.
Whether it's enough to produce its own, like...
But if they needed to do something to get the gravity and whatnot, they probably would have put it into a set spin so that it would be spinning around an orbit of whatever.
Yeah, I think that they probably... Yeah, I don't know how they initially pulled it off, but...
Tugs.
Like, they do it so
You
that...
saw tugs?
Yeah, I think on the other station, like, you know, they do it to simulate a certain amount of gravity, though the belters don't feel the full weight of the gravity, you know? Because they did that... Remember that one, like, pouring thing when it was, like, doing this, you know? So I wonder what, like, the percentage of gravity it is.
It's a centrifugal force rather than a gravitational pull.
Yeah.
So it's not like a straight line.
Or like the, you know, the thing where, you know, the Rocinante is just going forward, so it feels like the car, you know, going forward, and it pushes you back, and that's how they simulate gravity. This is that circle gravity. But yeah, maybe it could have utilized the systems or something to... It happened so quick, and like perfectly too.
Yeah. Like
At the
something
last
that
minute.
size.
And all the voices inside were like starting to scream.
Something that size, the amount of thrust that would be required to move it so quickly would be astronomical.
It's an
Asteroid.
There you go.
I really thought we were going to lose Miller, but we didn't.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
I didn't feel like we were. It felt like something was going to happen.
Whatever
I
it
didn't
is.
think this was going to happen.
I thought that the planet was going to fight back the asteroid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
whatever it is, he's on it. You know,
Yeah.
he's still on it. They
Yeah.
can't just... Can they just go get him? I mean, it's moving the other way now, I guess. I don't know.
He could jump out, I suppose, now and get picked up by the Ross.
Yeah. It still went inner orbit, too, not outer, so... I don't know.
it's now that like they can still blow up all the docks, but they can't push it again. I mean, the Nauvoo will have to go all the way around. And
So, yeah, where is Eros going to go? Where did it correct its course?
Wherever the hell it wants.
Like,
well, I imagine its trajectory must be orbiting something. But if it went in more from its initial trajectory, then it must be going further into orbit of whatever it was.
It depends how much consciousness is there.
If it's going in too steep, it might crash into whatever it's going around.
The worst place,
or it could slingshot itself.
That's a possibility too.
It seems
its whole trajectory could be set off course and it could go somewhere else. It could land on Mars.
It could land on Earth.
Where Earth would be the worst. But is it doing it like on purpose,
or Luna?
Or is that
you know,
like what it wants to do? Yeah.
Because it's inside the asteroid. Yeah. It's a large enough.
That's where the phone call came from.
It's a large enough object that it wouldn't burn up in the atmosphere. It would destroy, assumedly, knowing like what buildings and stuff exist on Earth now. Like it would destroy civilization on Earth, right?
I mean, I would assume so. It destroyed civilization on Eros.
I mean, I'm not sure what this thing wants, but it seems to...
just the impact.
If it needs artificial power sources, like it probably doesn't want to destroy all of Earth's facilities, because it probably wants its power generators. And
I imagine, like with it just getting this huge influx of life, it wants life, and Earth is the biggest point of life. You know?
Maybe.
Like if it's growing smarter with each person it gets... Well, what's another couple billion?
Well, it seems to use biomass and energy, right? Like that seems to be the things it's after.
So biomass is what it uses to learn, to become more intelligent, and energy is what it uses to reproduce.
Possibly. Or grow.
Or spread. Yeah, grow.
I mean, it's hard to
I saw a Matrix. You turn a body into this. It's a little energy battery. Same thing.
But it's not. Assumedly. Unless it is actually using biomass as fuel in order to fuel itself.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't think it necessarily needs to be one or the other. It can be kind of like a mix of both.
Yeah.
The Mormons still get their ship?
Where's it going? They can't.
It's going to Seoul.
They can't control it now.
It just keeps going.
Yeah, they burn it. No one's on it, right?
Well,
except on
I thought the plan was just to use it to push Eros.
No, they were going to crash.
I didn't think they were sending Nauvoo also into the sun.
I don't know if there was a recovery for
the Nauvoo was going to crash into and destroy itself on Eros. Eros was going to be knocked off its orbit into the sun.
So yeah, he had his nerds crunch the numbers, but yeah, once it hits, then they both are just going into that same trajectory, right?
Well, I mean, it wasn't enough to like take it completely. Like it was just going to like divide the two trajectories based on the mass of the two objects. It was going to go into the sun.
It's hard to tell because
the Nauvoo is not going to survive.
Like we mentioned, like pool, like when pool balls hit, sometimes they stop. Sometimes the cue ball goes a different way. It doesn't go the same way every time. So it just depends on how it would hit. But the way I felt, that was not going to be a thing where we recover it. And now we can launch it into the other place we want to land.
It's not going to be intact.
They're not borrowing it.
I didn't figure it was going to be intact, but like now that it did miss, like is it recoverable? I don't know.
Maybe.
Someone's got to catch it.
On it, yeah.
I mean, you got to get close enough for those.
Because we never saw Johnson get off from it, right?
No, Johnson was on the
I thought he was on Tycho.
Yeah, he's on Tycho.
Johnson was still on Tycho Station. That's where they were controlling the
launch,
the barge thingies, the tugs.
I got you.
So
and they just burned.
But I mean, like, do you want to get on like the Rossi, fly as fast as it's going for ramming speed, and get right next to it, and then have to like jump from the Rossi to
the
Nauvoo, and then get in there so you can stop it and turn it around? You know,
I mean, I like to think
for maneuverability yet.
I like to think that if they could remotely burn, they could remotely stop the burn. Maybe.
I mean, it could.
Well,
be. There's lots of things I can do on my Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
But if I'm out of range, I can't do nothing.
Sure.
You know, like it could also be related to that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I mean,
and that's also assuming that it's equipped for maneuvering. You know.
I mean,
they might have just rushed. Process on the main thrusters.
What if
they can't actually change its attitude around to slow it down? Like, yeah, stopping the burn is going to keep it from accelerating more, but it's not going to stop its trajectory.
They got to do the
spin.
Yeah, they got to invert and then.
And now, like all the math is different. There's a lot of stuff you don't want to hit between where they are now and the sun.
And getting it back.
Yeah.
And then can you land it back at Tycho Station too? Like, can you dock it again?
Well, I'm more worried about like what if it hit something now that it wasn't supposed to hit before because it didn't slow down from impacting anything.
Well, the
Phobos
sheer
and Mars versus
amount
Earth.
of size of space, that's unlikely.
Yeah.
But
it
for a
can't-
television show,
Yeah.
it could be, you know?
It's unlikely, but it could also be acted upon by the forces of gravity of the bodies of which it will pass nearby. I don't know.
But
well,
I don't know what Tycho has for being able to control it from where they are.
Yeah.
I mean, we've controlled. What was it recently? We crashed into. Was it an asteroid or was it Mars and took a sample? Where like there was a. It was recently where like a craft that someone on Earth. I don't remember if it was NASA or something else. Like
Japan on an asteroid
They
or
landed
a comet.
into it, took a sample, and they're
Yeah,
bringing it back.
I think it was Japan on a comet.
So I mean, they gotta be able to control stuff somehow there. You know, like.
Oh yeah, I mean we controlled the Mars rover
Yeah.
from Earth.
So there's definitely like that. I just don't know what Tycho Station has as far as what their range is.
Yeah.
Or if there's going to be some like, well, where we are, there's an asteroid in the way and our signal's gone. And
Yeah.
I don't know.
I wonder if this affects the sun at all.
Which is crazy when it's like.
You mean like if we?
Oh, you
shoot
mean the
protomolecule
protomolecule?
into the sun?
Well, I meant just the Nauvoo, like.
Will that affect the sun?
The
I
sun
doubt
is
it.
so huge and hot.
I'm more
so
concerned
insignificant.
with the protomolecule, with the feeding off of energy kind of idea, what it would do with the sun, if that's something that it can use.
That would be like, I don't know, maybe.
It's.
I mean, it's space fantasy, so I don't
But
know.
It's the equivalent though of like, well, yeah, but if you have a virus and then you heat it up to a certain
Yeah.
extent, it starts producing more. But then if you go too hot,
True.
it kills it.
Like,
You
it's
imagine
like
the sun would
Android
do that.
19 trying to suck the energy out of Vegeta. Like, you just too much energy, you explode.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of sucking.
Like it couldn't take enough energy being on Phoebe, like getting energy from the sun that way. But
Just
maybe
like
it was too far away.
Being too
Yeah,
far
maybe
away.
it was shielded.
So maybe there's like a
surface.
Goldilocks zone where it can like take energy, you know? Like how there's a Goldilocks zone of life. There can be a Goldilocks zone in which it does benefit, but if it gets too close, it really
Maybe.
sucks.
Goldilocks zone.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
That's what's it's called.
I
I didn't make that up. I'm not that clever.
I'm not term in environmental science.
I don't know whether it could advance to the point where it could absorb energy directly from the sun, like in contact with the sun.
I mean, it sounds like
Apparently, that nuke that they fired at the stealth ship, the Anubis, apparently that destroyed it.
Mhm.
That
we think it did.
kind of assume that it did,
Yeah. I hope so.
which
Because someone found it.
They didn't, did they?
a nuke is insignificant to the power of the
Was the stealth
right
ship?
side of the sun.
The stealth ship they showed wasn't the Anubis, was it?
No, that was a different ship.
It was a
that was the
different
ship from the attack on the station from a couple episodes ago, right?
I think.
Oh,
I think it's the
okay.
one that they were. Yeah,
Yeah.
when they were battling.
They were
Gotcha.
When they were going after Dresden.
Alex was fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he kept running the numbers, and he was like, "I would have lost. I would have
Yeah.
lost. I would have lost. I don't understand."
Yeah.
So I don't think it's the one they.
Gotcha.
No. Yeah, that one was destroyed.
Yeah, because like Christian made a lot of revelations in this episode, but she still doesn't know about the protomolecule.
No.
Nope.
But she knows that there's something that ties those ships and
Mal knows that
Mal.
she knows.
Well, yeah. Mal's
Yeah.
not a stupid man.
He's like, she knows. She knows that we work together.
I mean, the best thing that she did was drive a wedge between those two.
Yeah. Now they're not working together.
Yeah.
But
Well, they are. She needs to make it. It needs to be more public. I think. Like it's not public enough yet.
I mean, it does, but the danger with that is like once it's public, now they no longer need to hide anything, and they can just go full bore. You know.
Yeah, but
True.
then their military, if it's all public, can actually go in and
True,
attack
but
and
like
stop
what's Mal's technology versus Earth's technology or Martian technology?
Well,
Like,
he had to steal from Earth to make those ships.
like how many of his ships equals a Martian ship? You know,
I don't know. I mean, they took down the
they took down the flagship, right?
Donninger.
Donager. Like,
So, like,
the
I'm not-
Donager also destroyed like 4 of the 6. Right?
But they, wasn't there only one stealth ship?
No, there were 6 against the Donager.
There were 6 stealth ships.
There were a number of. them.
Okay, I guess I remember something about like.
I don't think Mal's stuff. I mean, while he has a lot of resources, I don't know if he has a military. You know.
I don't
He
think
wouldn't have
so.
I don't think he can stand up to a
And
name.
we also know that Earth and Mars has stealth tech, but they've not been using it.
Yeah.
Like Mars, that was one of the things. The one guy, right? Like they went back and were counting all the
they were
stealth tech
taking
stuff,
an inventory,
and they weren't missing anything. So they have some stuff they could use too.
and from what we've seen from the scenes with Gunny, the Martian squad and stuff, like the Martians are apparently more formidable opponents, but the Earth outnumber them like, what was it, like 10 to 1 or something like that?
Yeah. I mean, right now, I guess the proto-molecule is the wild card.
Yes.
And it just moved. I don't know.
It's more of a wild
I
card
was
now.
really... I don't know. There was something like, you know what? If Miller's going to die, this is it's a hell of a death, like being able to sit there with your finger on the button and watch that thing just smash, you know? Like, I don't know. There's something about it, I was like, I guess this is a good way to go out, but then it's also all-inspiring just to see the whole thing move out of the way from the point of view of the thing moving. It was really cool. I like that.
Dawson from Terminator 2? Is that his name? Yeah.
Miles, right?
Miles what, though?
Dawson. I think it's Dawson.
It sounds familiar.
Dawson. We got Dawson here. No, it's Jurassic Park.
No, it's not even his name.
I know.
Dodson?
I know.
Yeah, Dodson.
I love seeing. I think the visual effects of this show are generally pretty great, but seeing the Navoo take off with the tugboats and the burn was pretty great.
Yeah.
I just thought it was fantastic.
That was really impressive.
Yeah. There was also a drone shot on Earth that they did the effects for. Then they fish lensed it to make it look like a drone on Earth, but everything looked really, really real because of the fish lens distortion. I just thought it just sold it super well.
You're talking about the flying over shot of the garden and everything?
Yeah, it's just like really smart compositing, you know?
Another reason I thought Miller might die too was I thought maybe we get Fred Johnson to replace Miller.
Yeah.
Because, like, where's Fred going to go after all this?
Yeah, the Mormons are not going to be happy.
Well, the Mormons aren't going to be happy, but he's still, like, the leader of the OPA, right?
He's
one of them.
Yeah, one of them. But, like, he's not... Like, I think he has his influence because he gets so many jobs for them.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not going to be able to do that anymore.
Yeah, like, this thing is his legitimate face. The OPA is the real, or it's the face behind the mask, right?
Yeah.
I think building ships is his mask, and now he's taken that
Building
off.
ships is the Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. Well, obviously, the other big thing in this was Holden's decision to kill those doctors, which, how's the actor? I don't know his name, but the guy that does Holden, like, his goddamn after really felt real to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tough decision.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like Miller's decision, right?
It is
in
exactly
a way.
like it, in a way.
Like now, I
It's
definitely
not all black and white.
understand destroying them. But before, I felt like Eros is being destroyed anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, what does it matter if they get the news out there? Because he said they were worried about people coming here, but there's not going to be it here.
Yeah, but that was the assumption. If they got the message out and Eros is still around, like it is now.
Yeah, no, I mean, it worked out, but, like...
Well, it didn't. Eros is still here.
Yeah, Eros is still not dealt with.
But the idea, though, is like... I think the idea, though, that Holden could have been holding on to was like, if this doesn't work, we can't have people just coming here and looking and investigating.
And it's great too because not only did he have to make that decision that Miller made with Dresden, but he's also confronting what he did whenever this all started. And like, I'm gonna tell everybody, and it's gonna work. You know, he was making a decision against what he did in season 1. You know, I just thought that was really like...
Sure, yeah.
He's got to, like, that's part of his arc there where it's like, you know, that was me. And I'm going to kill me who thought he was doing the right thing.
And if he hadn't done that and they did get the message out, now Eros is still going on, there could still be people coming in, so...
Yeah.
And you also didn't know, like, they already lied once, right? They said, like, we got here, it's all locked up, we can't get in, we came to help. Like, number one, I don't know if they really were doctors. They could have been lying.
Yeah.
It's about getting samples. They said they never actually made it on, but then they did. So, I don't know what
And
to
they
trust.
never... Yeah, they could have had somebody infected on the ship that they were trying to save.
If they're lying about not ever being able to get in, and then you find proof that they did get in, what else are they lying about?
Yeah.
Sure.
So, blow them up.
Yeah. There's just something I like about, like, you know, like, that thing's goal was we're going to tell everybody, which is what they did in season 1. And then even their ship is a thing designed to look like another thing, you know? Whereas the Rocinante is a gunship designed to look like something else. It's not a Martian war gunship, you know? That's kind of cool, too.
And it is also interesting that they recognized it as a Martian gunship, even though it's been like reworked and had a body kit and everything put on.
Yeah, but I mean,
like a freighter.
Well, no, it doesn't look like that anymore.
It doesn't look like an oil freighter.
They got rid of the fuel freighter stuff.
Yeah, but it just.
But
but it doesn't look like it's not meant to look like a Mars thing now, right?
It's made to not look like a Mars thing now. Yeah,
I don't think it is. Not anymore.
Yeah, it is.
It got some repairs, so it's not. It doesn't look exactly the same. And I think they painted it, but it's still the
painted
same.
over the MCRN stuff, but they still recognize the shape of the ship.
It's like when you go to Pay and Spray in GTA. Like it's the same car. They just like changed it a little tiny bit.
I know that they had their whole fual thing and everything, and then
they got rid of that.
All
yeah, they got rid of that when they
the
left
gunship stuff.
It's kind of like with Hueys and like different military equipment. That there's like a civilian version and there's like a military version.
Yeah,
and like to the untrained eye, they look the same.
Yeah, there's like a UH-1H gunship, and then there's like a.
It's like when I.
Just a regular Huey.
When I was learning to drive, I drove a Caprice, which is this big, giant, wide car that used to be a cop car when we bought it. It used to be a cop car. So not every once in a while, all the time, as I took my learner's permit testing and stuff in it, I got my driver's license so fucking wide. But as you would drive down the street, people in front of you would slow down.
Yeah.
Because just looking in the rearview mirror without seeing lights, it looks like a cop car. Maybe it's similar to that, you know? It's like, that's not a cop car.
Did it still have the front pillar spot?
No, those were off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Darn.
It's just one of like sometimes like you look behind you and it's night and headlights, but you're like, it could be lights.
Yeah.
I'll make sure I go exactly 35, you know? And then like you pull off and you're like, God damn it, it wasn't police! I could have been here 5 minutes earlier. I know! What a waste of time.
I never go exactly the speed limit.
Yeah.
I always
it looks too suspicious.
2 over.
Yeah.
2, 3 over.
You're just like, I don't got nothing to hide. I'll go a little.
Do you ever go 2 or 3 under?
No, that's more suspicious.
I never go under.
I just took out my.
It literally is a thing. Like cops know that if you're going exactly the speed limit or 2 to 3 under, normally there's something in the car that you're trying not to get stopped for, and they'll look for a reason to stop it.
So if I follow the law, I'm suspicious.
If you follow the law like super exactly, normally
suspicious.
I definitely heard cops.
So I should like
80% of the time.
I should take this into account for all laws.
Yeah. Like if you're in a 70, go 72. If you're not, what's a law? Give me an example of a law.
Like I'm not allowed to murder people.
Yeah, you can murder a little.
Just a little murder.
Just like cutting the finger off.
Okay, that's not murder.
Would have worked in here. He could have kept his fucking thing there
and stay inside the law.
If I don't murder anyone, is that suspicious?
Yeah. Fuck. Guys, thank you very much for watching this reaction to The Expanse. We're loving this show. Can't wait to see more. And if you want to see our reactions early, you can at patreon.com/blindwave. Check out the next 4 episode reactions available right now.